Hello friends, today we will be doing Hamlet. It's a play written by William Shakespeare. Themes of the play goes like complexity of action, madness, doubt. This play is a tragedy by genre. The important characters of the play are Hamlet, Claudius, Gertrude, Ophelia, Polonius, the Ghost, and Laertes. Hamlet is the protagonist of the play. Claudius is the uncle of Hamlet.
He is also the antagonist of the play.
Gertrude is mother of Hamlet, who after the death of her husband, that means King Hamlet, she marries Claudius, which is Hamlet's uncle. Ophelia is Hamlet's lover, and Polonius is the father of Ophelia, and Laertes is the brother of Ophelia. Bollywood movie named Heather is an adaptation of this play itself. You can definitely give it a watch. Now let us go and check out the summary of this play. It was a dark, chilled winter night when a pair of watchmen in the castle of Denmark starts to notice the presence of a ghost around the castle.
The presence of the ghost often scared the watchman over there. Horatio and watchman tried to find out together who the ghost was.
The ghost quite appeared like the father of the Hamlet, that is King Hamlet, who had recently been murdered. As the ghost appeared like the father of the Hamlet, Hamlet was called upon just to see if it was his father. When the Hamlet was brought to the area where the ghost was frequently noticed, the ghost at once appeared before Hamlet. And the ghost started talking to Hamlet. He did confirm that it was his father's spirit itself. Ghost told Hamlet that he did not die a natural death. Instead, he was murdered, and the murderer was none other than his uncle Claudius. And Claudius killed his own brother only to usurp the throne
And to marry Gertrude.
After telling all this secret, the ghost ordered Hamlet to take revenge of his death. After hearing all this, Hamlet was completely shocked. He could not believe that his own uncle could do such a thing. He was shocked to a point that it got reflected in his behavior, and this change in his behavior made Gertrude and Claudius uncomfortable. So they came up with an idea. They decided to implant Hamlet's two childhood friends, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, to keep an eye on Hamlet. They wanted to find out if Hamlet had any knowledge of what they had committed. Polonius, on the other hand, thought that Hamlet was behaving different because he was in love with his daughter
Ophelia.
Now Hamlet was eager to find out whether his uncle Claudius was actually the murderer of his father or not. So he decided to get a play enacted which would recreate the scene of the murder, and if the Claudius is guilty, he would show some kind of signs that would prove that he was guilty of the murder. The play was performed, and as the murder scene was about to happen, Uncle Claudius did leave the room. As the Claudius left the room, Hamlet was now confirmed that he was guilty of his father's murder. Now Hamlet wanted a revenge. He went after Claudius and drew his sword. But as he was upon to strike, he saw Claudius praying, and he did not wanted to strike Claudius while he was praying because he believed that killing while praying would send him to heaven, which he did not wanted at all. So he paused and waited for his next chance. On the other hand, Claudius now knew that Hamlet was not mad. He was instead behaving to be mad. So he decided to send Hamlet to England so that he can be safe here in Denmark. Hamlet now wanted to confront his mother. He wanted an answer for all his questions. So he goes in her bedchamber. When he was in the bedroom, he he noticed movement in he noticed certain movements through the curtains. He thought it must be Claudius hiding behind the curtains. So he drew his sword and immediately stabbed the person. A dead body fell on the floor, and it was not Claudius but Polonius, the father of his own lover, Ophelia. This incident scared the hell out of Gertrude and Claudius. Claudius immediately made arrangements to send away Hamlet to England. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern were sent with Hamlet along, and Claudius secretly handed the two a sealed order in which it was written that Hamlet, the king of the England, should kill Hamlet, and Hamlet should not come back to Denmark. When Ophelia got to know about the death of her father, she was shattered. She could not believe that Hamlet has murdered her father. Earlier, he had dismissed the marriage, and now he had killed her father. So she was completely shattered. Hamlet's such terrible behavior had turned her life upside down, and now all she wanted to do is commit suicide. And she drowned herself in a river and was no more. When brother of Ophelia, Lartis, heard about all this, he came back from France, and now he wanted to take a revenge from Hamlet. After few days, Horatio receives a letter in which it was said that Hamlet was somewhere in the town itself. His ship was attacked by pirates. Somehow he saved himself and was back to Denmark to take his revenge. After coming back, when Hamlet got to know about Ophelia, he was very remorseful. When at the funeral, he was challenged by Lartis for a fight. Claudius saw this as an opportunity and knitted a plan. A plan that would help him do away with Hamlet. He arranged a battle of sword for Hamlet and Lartis. Claudius secretly poisoned the sword of Lartis. He did it with a view that even if Lartis wounds Hamlet, if he does not die by the wound, he should die at least by the poison of the sword. He also put poison in a goblet, which was a glass of wine, so that he could offer the poison to the Hamlet if he wins or wants to drink it. By hook or crook, he wanted Hamlet to be dead. As the battle begins, Lartis did manage to wound Hamlet. Hamlet also struck Lartis with a heavy hand, and Lartis was dead immediately. But before dying, he did tell Hamlet about the poisoned sword. So now Hamlet knew that he was about to die soon. But before that, he wanted to take his revenge and kill Claudius. So he struck Claudius as well. With the same sword, Lartis wounded him. The poisoned sword did lead to the death of Claudius as well. On the other side, the glass which was kept by Claudius for Hamlet to drink was consumed by Gertrude, and she too died. At this point of time, the stage was full of blood, murder, dead bodies, and did create a horrible look. The revenge was taken, but now it hardly mattered. Then a Norwegian prince arrives who reports that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern were dead instead. The prince was aghast at the horrible look of the royal family. He moves to take power of the kingdom. Horatio, fulfilling Hamlet's last request, tells him Hamlet's tragic story. Fortinbras orders that Hamlet be carried away in a manner befitting a fallen soldier. That's how this story ends.
Thank you, friends. Hope you liked the video. And if you did, do check our other videos too. Stay connected, keep learning. Thank you.